So here we are. These are the new additions to our tab trailer, the diamond custom boxes, one for each side. These are nice because they're curved and they fit well with the box that already came with the tab trailer, and they fit nicely and open up easily with the size that they provide. In this video, I'm going to show you how we researched and decided to attach them to the trailer. They do not come with directions. They do come with some washers, but you really got to be creative or learn from others on how you're going to attach them. They also don't come with locks. I was kind of disappointed on that. I researched other places making these boxes, and some do come with locks, but they're very expensive. These weren't that cheap. They were $200 a box, but I asked them if they would put custom locks on it, and they said they would not. So that is something that we cover in this video as well, is if you want to add a lock, there's multiple ways of doing it, and we will show you the way that we decided to do it. So what you get is basically just these washers that come with the two boxes. We decided to use carriage bolts, which most of you might think about for security reasons. They can't unscrew the box from the outside. And with the boxes and the raised metal design on there, the diamond plate does make it a little bit of a challenge. So that's something you got to kind of work around. We chose to line the box up towards the front and flush with the corner because they were both round and fit in there quite nicely. You know, as they say, measure twice, cut once. Definitely take your time in marking where the box is, making sure everything is clear, making sure it's centered, making sure it's still in position, and we used a marker to mark that spot first. Then we took the box off the platform and turned it upside down and drilled the holes. When you look at the washers, you might think to use the diamond side up, but actually with the carriage bolts, it's better to flip them around the other side so the carriage bolts fit flush. We did one in each corner and then used a socket wrench to tighten it really tight. They are really firm, really sturdy, really solid. We're really happy with the outcome. These were the carriage bolts that we used, bought them as a set. I'll have a link below so you can be able to order them if you'd like. We also found a really cool cooler that fits right in the front, and this is similar to a Yeti, but much more reasonable as far as price goes. The cooler is of same material. The trick with those coolers is, I've learned, is you have to put the ice in them 24 hours before you're going to use them, and then they work like a charm for a good 4 or 5 days straight. I have the link below for the cooler as well. Okay, I'm going to move on to the locks now. The boxes are fairly thin. I mean, they're sturdy, but they're thin. And to find some way to put a lock on that is secure and has something to really hold on to was a little bit of a challenge. The lip actually on the cover of the box comes out a little bit more than the actual frame of the box, but it's just not enough room to put something at that point. So we did a lot of research trying to figure out what would fit the best. I also didn't want to deal with a padlock where I had locks that could fall off, be cut off, whatever, and I really wanted a key lock that I could turn open, and just put the key on my trailer key chain and not have to worry about having extra accessories. These are 4-inch. They do come in 3-inch with only 2 holes for the bracket, but they were just too small. You need enough giveaway because of the lip on the box. Then I found these braces or brackets to use for the top of the box to attach the carriage bolts to the lock on the bottom inside of the top cover. I did have to make the holes just a little bit bigger, and I used a drill bit and I attached the bracket to a piece of wood so it wouldn't spin around. Then the most time you'll spend is attaching the bracket and positioning it inside the box. I cut out the space between the rubber lining there, and I used duct tape to keep trying different positions to make sure that the top would open and close without a problem. I didn't want to drill holes and then find out it was in the wrong position. So to be honest, you cannot do that too many times. Then I ordered these carriage bolts. They're a smaller size than the ones that attach the boxes onto the tab trailer. but they worked out great once I enlarged the holes on the mending brace to fit through. Here's the top of it. As you can see, unfortunately, the diamond cut does make it a little bit uneven on top on one of the corners depending where your bracket sits. But overall, it is really super tight and super sturdy, so I was really happy with it. I also used a small block of wood that I cut to drill the screws into through the box to attach the lock to, so it was super tight. And the metal, of the box is not thick, so you're going to have to do something either with a nut and bolt or a piece of wood like I did, but it's super secure. There you have it. It's there's the lock, and it's all good to go. We're really happy with it. There are multiple ways that you can put locks on these, and you might be able to get away with not having to use the bracket on top if your carriage bolts fit right where it's flat and not where the raised metal is. Also, if you're familiar with rivets, I believe the rivets, like they have the rubber attached handle on the front of these boxes, might be an option to go as well. I haven't seen too many videos out there doing it, but I'd love to share any information anyone else has. This is working out well for us. I hope you enjoyed. All the links will be down below, and please subscribe. We have a lot more upgrades coming to the tab.